Good morning from Iraq, and last time, if everything works out, we will cross today to Kuwait, but I will show you real quick where we are. So we are here at the moment in Nasiriyah, and we will visit the ancient city of Ur, which is right next to this town, and after that we will continue going down and cross into Kuwait. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope everything works out. Google says from here to the border with Kuwait is only 2.5 hours, which never works because they don't have any checkpoints or whatever kind of road conditions you will find. So yesterday I think Google said 3.5 hours and it took me 5 or 6, I don't know. But first of all I will check if I find breakfast here anywhere in the town. Maybe I can do that before I load on my bike, and then we will continue. I just wanted to ask where I can find breakfast, and now he just made me one. Look at this. I already started, I have to admit. This is like a breakfast cream. It's written on it. Then bread, eggs, 2 eggs, olives, tea, and a lot of like cream cheese and stuff. In this little kitchen here. For some reason my GoPro didn't record any audio on this day. I left Nasiriyah and headed towards Ur. It's actually not far, just a short ride out of the city, but the place itself is something completely different. So this is one of the oldest cities in the world. Back then they left the city because the river has changed his path and they ran out of water. Ur was once one of the most important cities in Mesopotamia, built along the Euphrates River, which made life here possible in the first place. Over time the river changed its course. The land dried out and eventually the city was abandoned. The ziggurat of Ur, the center of the ancient city, is a massive structure built over 4,000 years ago from mud bricks. It used to be a temple dedicated to Nana, the moon god. Its 4 corners are aligned with the cardinal directions, and structures like this weren't unique to Ur. Ziggurats were built in many Mesopotamian cities and became key part of their architecture. It was built in several stages, like a stepped pyramid, and originally stood around 26 meters high. Today, only parts of it remain, but you can still clearly see the scale of it. The speaker just turned on and told me I am not allowed to leave the wooden track. They really look at you with the cameras. The ziggurat was just one part of a much larger complex, but interestingly, it's also the reason this place was never completely lost. Unlike the rest of the city, the ziggurat never fully disappeared under the sand, so travelers kept noticing it over the centuries. Ur itself was inhabited for over 5,000 years and only abandoned around 300 BC. Around the ziggurat there were multiple buildings serving very different purposes: administrative structures, temples, storage areas and large courtyards. At the very end of the site there is the Royal Cemetery, one of the richest cemeteries ever discovered in ancient Iraq, with thousands of graves including 16 royal tombs.
After visiting the ancient city, I continued heading south towards Kuwait. The heavy rain from the past few days had left the roads covered in mud, so I had to carefully make my way between the trucks. The further south I went, the more trucks I saw, since this is Iraq's main oil-producing region. At the same time, the landscape started to change, getting flatter and more desert-like with every kilometer. But the sun was setting faster than I expected, and since I didn't want to cross the border at night, I decided to make one last stop in Basra. Located near the Persian Gulf, it's Iraq's most important port city.
So, good morning. I spent the night here in this hotel, and today I have 50 kilometers left to the border. This time I can cross during daylight. That is very nice. Let's go. The hotel was nice because I could actually park my bike in some sort of a garage. It was not a real garage, but it was locked and not on the road, so I could leave all my luggage on the bike. And well, here in Iraq I can take accommodation anytime. It's affordable. But that will change now drastically. But I actually booked something in Kuwait just to check it out, to be honest. It's in the middle of Kuwait city. Usually accommodation starts at around 70 euros on booking.com, and it was 25 euros with a discount, 17 euros. So I was like, well, 17, just try it and you will see what happens. Because it's in the city and pretty close to the place where I also have to pick up my package with my parts for the bike. So that would be really good. At least I spent so much time here in Iraq that there is no more rain in Kuwait, because the last week it rained like hell there. I heard from other overlanders that they are sick of camping because everything is wet, and wet sand is not really nice to sleep on. Now it says sunshine for the next 10 days, so I'm really looking forward to that. During the night it should be like 10 to 13 degrees. I'm finally on the right road, eh? Just took half an hour, I guess. You see these flames over there? It's hard to see from here. All these like oil and gas companies. I would really like to get a tour in one of these complexes, eh? Al Rafidia factory. Kuwait, Safwan. I think it's really interesting that the towns that are close to borders here and as well on the side to Turkey are really clean compared to other towns. I mean, it's just the main street, but still there's less trash. The road is clean, not too much mud. Actually really close to the border now. 2 kilometers. Safan border crossing. Look at this, hey. Already here. Maybe I will just take the cameras off, because they usually tend to look a bit closer if you have too many cameras. I am in Kuwait. Several hours later, and I have no idea where to go first. So I think I will go to Kuwait city first, just because I want to pick up my package. But the big issue is that any accommodation there is super expensive. So I was really happy that I found this cheap place, but they cancelled it. They did not accept my booking on Airbnb. So now I'm a little bit like, oh no, what should I do? So in the worst case, we need to pay a little bit more to explore Kuwait city. There's a PK right behind the border. I paid exit from Iraq 25,000 Iraqi dinar and 2,000 for some copies. Then I paid for my e-visa $10. It's like nothing, $10. And now I had to pay for insurance, which was 14, I think it's times 3 in euros, so it will be something around 42 euros, I think. Other than that, it's just really funny, because everywhere I came on the side of Kuwait, they're like, oh yeah, someone kind of adopted me and like showed me what to do. And then they were like, oh yeah, here's your tea, here you get some cookies, here you have water, here's coffee. Like like the cookies, like packed Oreo cookies, I still have them. I'm like, what the hell is going on? They had like dogs circling around my bike 3 times, 2 times in Iraq and once in Kuwait again. So that was basically the only thing they checked. Other than that, I didn't open one bag. They didn't check the bike, my luggage or anything. I think I never drove on a road with 6 lanes in one direction, eh? This is crazy. It looks so unreal coming from Iraq. I don't have a real goal, so at some point I have to find out where to go. But for now I thought it was just fancy to drive into the city. Look at this, eh? It's beyond wild, eh? So I'm on the way to pick up my package with my fuel filters, and I booked accommodation as well. It's quite expensive, yes, it's 41 euros, but I just want to check out the town a little bit, and it's a bit hard to pitch your tent in the middle of a town. So yeah, that's it. But on the other hand, what you pay for accommodation, you save for fuel. I just got 10 liters of fuel and it cost €2.85. It's just completely crazy. I never had cheaper fuel than that, eh? €2.85 for 10 liters. Look at the sunset over there, hey. That's nice. Street 304. They have addresses like blocks and yeah, street numbers. Very interesting, hey. Oh, there's a KFC. I can't believe it. Just look at this, hey. This package reached Kuwait before I did. It only took 3 days from Germany. This is so crazy. And this is the most important thing. My fuel filters. Oh. I also bought a new phone case. So now finally I can mount my iPhone on my handlebar. Oh, I was getting crazy with this other phone here. So I wasn't entirely sure, but it works. Because I have the old SP Connect mount and now I bought the new one with the vibration damper for my iPhone. Now I can just put this here. Perfect. Now I was invited for dinner. Didn't even pay my dinner. This is crazy. Kind of feel bad, hey. So here in Kuwait I can use Google Maps again. Even if it feels like I'm driving in a one-way road right now, but it shouldn't be one, eh? Oh man, people in Kuwait are so friendly, for real. Already at the border crossing they were so friendly. And now I just wanted to pick up my package and he was like, "Did you eat?" I was like, "Well, not yet, you know. I order food for you." And he ordered my food and he didn't even eat anything. Like, I was like, what the hell? You cannot just order food for me and not eat yourself? Oh, this is so crazy. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad. But now I'm so full and it was so delicious. And he even told me, "Do you have a place to stay?" I was like, "Yes, I booked a hotel." And then he was like, "Oh no, I could have hosted you here as well." The funny thing is, the city is so modern and everything is so shiny and amazing, but still they have huge potholes in their roads. So I really have to keep a distance to the car in front of me so I can actually see the road condition early enough. Sometimes it's crazy. Out of nowhere they're like really big holes. So let me see where my hotel is. Huh. No, I don't know. So I basically was at the spot where the hotel was. I just didn't see the sign. It's like around the corner, but it was exactly that place, and I stood and I stayed at the same parking. So I already stayed here from yesterday to today, and the room is an absolute mess because right now I tried to take care of the bike a little bit. I took all the luggage off because I want to wash the bike now, and I changed my air filter, which is a little bit dirty, so that is there. And yeah, all the other stuff. This is like the kitchen area. Here is the bathroom, and this is the bed. And the view out here, this is the parking, and there is my motorbike. So the plan for today is actually to wash the bike. I don't know if I changed the fuel filter today, but the bike needs to be cleaned for that, or I want it to be cleaned for that. And then I want to go to the oil museum, which is here in Kuwait. And yeah, I heard you don't have to walk a lot, it's just like mostly on a screen, so it doesn't take too much time. So I want to go there as well. So, I think first we will go to the museum because the museum is open until 4 p.m. Now it's 12:30. I think it's better to go there first. Oh, it's fairly cold, I have to say. Maybe I should put on my jacket. Yep, I think I will put on the jacket before I go on the fast road, eh? It's really cold, eh? Thought it's a bit warmer, but it's not. I just put on the rain jacket because this fleece is not really windproof. So it has basically no chance keeping me warm while riding. Wonderful. I really would have loved to like really visit one of the like oil platforms. How do you call it if it's in the desert? It's not a platform. But that's not possible. So all I can do is go to the museum. Look at these, eh? It looks kind of like a mushroom, but these are water reservoirs. They save the water. Looks great, huh? I still want to go to the city, like close to the coast. There are these water towers as well. They look amazing. I need to go there. Petroleum Research Center. Main entrance.
The tour starts with the basics, how oil is actually formed. On a large screen they show plankton and organic material breaking down over millions of years. From there it moves on to the formation of the Earth itself, how continental plates shifted over time, creating the conditions where oil could accumulate underground. There's also a visual showing how deep oil actually sits beneath the surface and how far drilling has to go to reach it. In the next room you can see the actual core samples taken from the ground. These long cylinders of rock are used for testing, basically to find out if there's oil present. You can clearly see the different layers: sandstone at around 1400 meters, Olithic limestone deeper down, and even formations close to 4700 meters below the surface. An interactive map then shows where the drilling sites are located across the country. After that it gets more practical. You can see real drill bits and different types of crude oil. They also explain the difference between sweet and sour crude, which basically comes down to the sulfur content. Sweet crude has less sulfur and is easier to refine. Even the consistency of the oil is demonstrated with a simple experiment showing how slowly objects sink through it. You can also see the classic nodding donkey, used to pump oil from shallow reservoirs, and equipment designed to clean pipelines. And at the end, there's a pretty impressive visualization showing just how much oil Kuwait produces every single second. That was it. Exit. So the tour is for free. They don't take any money for it. I think for me the most interesting part, or like, let's say, I didn't even know about that, was that Iraq invaded Kuwait in 1990. That was before I was born. So I think just history classes don't really focus on the wars in Middle East. And that is really crazy. Like in school, if you're like in school in Germany, of course the most important topic is always World War I and II, because we were part of it. So yeah, I had no idea. Car wash. Yeah, there is a queue. No.
One eternity later.
My bike is shiny and new. I think I can park right here, you see. The next day I finally changed the fuel filters, and on this bike it's way more work than it should be. You basically have to remove both tanks, because the filters are inside, and without a heat gun or the right pliers, getting them out is just not fun. At some point I stopped filming, after about 30 small breakdowns, but in the end both filters were replaced. So we're going to the water towers now, before we go to the desert later, but with Market. So I'm not driving there with my bike today. Whee! Look how big these water towers are. So we'll park right here. Full position. I couldn't even get off my motorbike and immediately was invited for tea and coffee. So cheers.
Yeah, he told me, take your time, you can walk around and bring us the cup back, so... Look at this, hey. Incredible. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize until now that the platform I'm standing on right now is rotating. Can you see that? This doesn't move, but here it rotates. I can show it to you here. Oh, that is crazy. I didn't even pay the ticket because the guy that gave me coffee and tea before, he also was like, oh, you want to go up? Let's follow me. So he went to the counter and he paid my ticket, and then like you get a QR code that is scanned in the tower. So he was like, take a picture of the QR code and just go in. It's a gift for you. Like, these people are crazy. So this is for water, this is the restaurant, and this is the platform where I was right now. Pretty cool, huh?